My husband requested a really big breakfast for dinner, so that's what we're gonna have. I've got some biscuits. This is the hard part. You got so many things going at once. Got some biscuits. I'm gonna do some sausage. I'm gonna make some homemade gravy. I'm gonna do some grits, some eggs, some homemade hash browns, and also some bacon. And in my opinion, you can't have a southern breakfast without some good old southern sweet tea, so I got some fresh sweet tea going. Got the biscuits and bacon going in the oven. Hey Alexa, set a timer for 29 minutes. I definitely prefer homemade biscuits, but it's hard to find buttermilk everywhere. Like Aldi's doesn't have buttermilk, all the stores don't have buttermilk. So I'm gonna get started on the gravy. I would normally do sausage gravy, but I don't let my daughter eat pork, so I'm doing some, what is this stuff called? Crisco, some butter flavored Crisco, but usually I would do sausage and just let the sausage grease be my grease part of the gravy. But we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and let this melt down and then add like 3 to 4 tablespoons of flour. Alright, I've got my sausage going in the back also. These are just some of those frozen pre-made sausage patties. Alright, and now for this, I'm going to go ahead and put in enough flour to soak up all of my grease. So there's not really a certain amount, you just kind of eyeball it and look for when it starts to make like a roux and is thick. Alright, so basically like that. Now I'm just going to go in with lots of pepper to season the roux before we add in any milk. Ooh, don't make me sneeze. Don't make me sneeze. Alright, so that's what she's looking like. We're going to go ahead and add in about 2 cups of milk. And bring that to a boil. This is the hardest part of gravy in my opinion, because you have to have patience with this part. Let it slowly get to a boil so that all of that flour roux can dissolve properly. And I just get impatient with this part. I also just realized I forgot that I have chicken sausage in the freezer. I could have used that for this, but that's okay. We'll do that next time. 2 hours later, the gravy's finally boiling, so we're going to turn it down to a simmer and just let it thicken. I'm going to add in a little bit more pepper, and because there's no pork in here, I'm going to go ahead and add some salt as well. And a little salt. This is the part where you just gotta keep stirring and keep stirring, and it's just getting thicker as you stir. But you can't stop stirring because it'll burn. Alright, gravy's finally done. I'm gonna let it sit on the warmer until everything else is ready. I had to call in the reinforcements, so hubby's over here chopping up my onion and helped me stir the gravy. I've actually never made homemade hash browns before, so I hope that this comes out good. Alright. Alright, so we're just gonna put a layer down in there. Do some pepper and salt. Oops, that might have been a little too much salt. Should be good. Alright, and don't cut my fingers. And when I go to Waffle House, I always get them scattered and smothered. So smothered means onions. We're gonna see how this comes out. Hopefully they're gonna be delicious. Alright, presentation wise, they're not the most beautiful. If anybody has tips on making homemade hash browns, that would be great. But I think they're still gonna taste good. Okay, everything is done, so eat dinner with me. My husband likes cheese grits, so we are gonna make some grits, add some salt and pepper, just a little, and pepper, and a slice of cheese. And I'm just gonna let that sit and melt while I make the rest of his plate. Alright, so now we're going to do 2 biscuits with gravy. Oh, that pan's so heavy. Gravy. I hope it's still warm. I've had it on the warmer. It looks so good. I'm so excited. We haven't had breakfast for dinner in a long time. Alright. Then we're going to do some eggs. Let's go. He wants sausage, so there's his sausage. Go ahead and give him a piece of bacon. Alright, I'm going to let those hash browns finish up. We'll just get more brown, so I'm going to go ahead and make my daughter's plate. Some biscuit and gravy. There we go. And some eggs. I'm going to give her some fruit. This is Honeydew. This has been her favorite lately. And I'm going to give her just a little bit of her daddy's cheese grits. And there's her plate. I'm also going to give her a little bit of the hash browns. I'm really concerned about the hash browns, but that's okay. I think they're going to be edible. And put her just a few in there with her. And put those on his plate. And now their plates are done. Got my daughter's plate, the grits, and my husband's plate. For me, I like sweet grits, so I'm doing just butter and sugar in my grits. And in my opinion, that's like the only way to have grits, but in my husband's opinion, the only way to have grits is with, ouch, that. Alright, so butter and sugar. Delicious. Okay, and then I'm going to have 1 biscuit for right now. With some gravy. Have to keep that gravy on the warmer. It's getting cold. Might help for me to let you see what I'm doing, huh? Okay. And then some hash browns. The questionable hash browns. Alright. But you don't learn if you don't try. You don't learn if you don't try. And some eggs. I like a little gravy on my eggs. And some bacon. I like that I was cooking it for myself because I like really crispy bacon and my husband likes his flimsy.